Ugh, quick bounce. Caught it once again, just seconds before it hit 15 minutes and would be unusable. So I'm playing my favorite game that I play every day. And now, see, this is one of the things. I'm always on, I'm always working. Oh, come on. Application aborted, cannot create device. Unless you're the developer, programmer, or whatever. It's not going to mean anything to you. But that's why they put it in there. Well, can you give me a copy and paste? And I've run it the last few times user support try to do that with me. Oh, can you send us a copy and pick a spring print or whatever? And I'm like, no, no, I'm not going to do that. My time's valuable. You're asking me to do your job because as a senior systems developer, one of the quality assurance things before you roll it out should be to test it, to beta test it, dude, and go the distance to fix them. And if you can't fix them, make the user aware of it, you know. Oh, hey, this isn't popping up and working because it's a stub. Have the courtesy at least put up a message box. That's easy to do in practically any language I can think of. Pop up a message box and it says, "Oh, we haven't implemented this yet. Sorry." And that's a stub. Later, you take it out when you have implemented it. So I'm going back to playing my game, which I was getting into describing the game. Oh, excuse me. No, get off of there, Firefox. Yeah. And what I do, I switch a lot too. Sometimes I switch out of the game and I set YouTube to play some video for me while I'm playing the game, and I switch back and I've learned the system has taught me. I've learned what I can get away with and what I can't. But you are taking a risk, and in this case, it hit a glitch or a program thing. I don't know exactly what's going on, but as a expert IT troubleshooter, probably what I've run into in the past it has to do with some shared space like the DLLs, the dynamic link library. That's the source of a lot of bugs and such. And I won't get into why, but suffice to say it's because they're saving space by sharing a link library is functions. So program boots up and says, well, okay, by standard or by our proprietary standards or whatever, there's supposed to be these functions available to me, and I've loaded this DLL, so now it's available to me. And what happens is Microsoft stabs everybody in the back and changes the version of DLLs. 32 to 64 was the source of a lot of troubles. Um, so somebody yeah, that's a good example actually. So what used to happen, and that's where the thunking, if you have ever heard me mention the thunking layer, that's where the thunking layer comes in. It was Microsoft's solution to go from a 16-bit to 32-bit. So the thunking layer's job is because if you have a 16-bit program and it's calling a DLL, which is now a 32-bit DLL, blue screens of death. You just don't know. There's all kinds of bugs it creates, and it's kind of one of those things. In my experience in troubleshooting, when you deal with a group of similar situations or problems, with a group, you'll end up identifying like three or four main problems that are your go-tos. So this is where experience comes in. And Keith Loneker, he's always said there's guessing and there's guessing right. He was talking about troubleshooting Macs. He taught a class. Um, what? What? Oh, Yeah, you've got treats. Here, go. It's okay to you're not going to go for it? You want it? Do you want it served to you on a silver platter? Okay, fine. Anyhow, yeah, I've learned a lot of stuff about troubleshooting and problem solving. And now we go back to oh, that's right. Yeah, I got a troubleshooting situation again. Okay, so Warlock has has a problem going back to it. Most cases it doesn't. I mean, most cases I can switch back and forth. But there's little tricks, as I was saying, like when the computer players are running, I seem to be safe to switch out and switch back because the program's in a not where the bug is; it's in a different place. And there's a few other tricks and bugs I'm aware of that have come up with workarounds. And that's part of being a systems engineer too, or maybe any engineer. You don't take no for an answer. You run into a problem that's keeping you from completing your project. If it's too tough, too expensive, look for a workaround. Wink to you too, Uli. My dog winks. Does your dog wink? Um, what are you trying to, you want out back? I'm gonna bounce. This is okay for a video length. Hell, I made one, I think, today that was like under a minute. Yeah, okay. You want to know where that is, right? Where's that one? Um, so I'm going to let Uli out and build trust, and I'll be back because there's like two or three techniques to test. I might be able to get the game back. I might be able to get the program back. But I might have to go to task manager and end task and kill the process because it's gone into a demon mode. What a demon is an operating system when a process has been orphaned, which is there's no program or app or user interacting with it. And until a system administrator or somebody goes in and kills the process with Unix, it's typically kill space dash 9. So you get into the process and then you just say kill the sucker. And with Windows, you bring up Task Manager and go in and find it and just say end it. You got to have that. In fact, I wrote that down this morning. Always, always, always have a super user. And I think we're a little ways away from that being other than human. And of course, that was like that kind of got some nightmare scenarios going because yikes, we're talking about a machine mind that is where the uh, master ability for the whole system is. So there you do become a yeah.